Before surgery, I wasn't sure what vacation would look like for me. Would I spend the whole trip worrying about food? I mean, honestly, I kind of do that anyway. Would I feel like I was missing out because everybody was eating things that I wasn't? Or would I be able to enjoy the vacation and not have it revolve around food? And now that I'm here and I've had some experience, I want to share what I'm learning. So let's go literally get a bite of pizza and we'll run some errands and we'll talk about my first vacation after bariatric surgery. I think there's a few common concerns and questions that come in your head when you're trying to lose weight and trying to get your health under control, whether you're doing a calorie deficit or after gastric bypass or whatever kind of meal plan you're on, especially when it comes to like family events and big events in your life, trips, vacations, because yes, trips and vacations are two different things. It's common to wonder, am I going to lose control? Am I just going to go off the rails and do whatever I want? Am I going to lose control of all the things that have been changing? It's common to ask yourself, will I gain weight? Like, I don't think I'm gaining weight during this trip, but I'm pretty, it's a thing that's in my head of like, it could be, I don't know what's going to be. I don't know what the scale's going to say when I get home. And then I think another common question we have for ourselves is, would I feel left out if people are eating things that I'm not? So it depends on what your restrictions are and what kind of meal plan you're on and how you're approaching, especially after gastric surgery. Like, are you changing your lifestyle, or are you just restricting yourself and then depriving yourself to the point of torturing yourself? But I think the better question is, again, would I feel left out if everyone's eating something that I'm not? So losing control, gaining weight, and eating and feeling left out, I think are the three major questions that you can have when it comes to vacation trips, big events, and trying to live this new life. All right, we're officially in the car. I went a little too early to get the lunch ones, but I got the breakfast sausage and I'm not going to be eating this whole thing. So it comes in, I can put it in this little plastic thing. And this is what the pizza looks like. And honestly, I just want to taste the sausage. Can you see it, son? These things are like 400 and some calories. 500 and some calories. The breakfast ones probably aren't as bad because they have some eggs and stuff on them. But again, I just want a bite. Like, I just literally want a bite, but it's like super fresh and so it's hot. So we'll just keep talking about what we need to talk about here for just a second. So, but I should probably leave the parking lot because there are other people that want to park here. So I should probably go to a different location. We're gonna go to Walgreens anyway, so let's just drive over there. I think something positive and a little surprising has happened during this whole experience is that, yes, food has been important because I have to think about what I'm eating. I have to think about hydration and fiber and protein and all those things. But the best thing is that part of the food is part of the vacation, the trip, but it's not the complete focus. I think so many times when I've gone and done things or gone to events or gone to hang out with people, like all I was thinking about is what I get to eat. And I'm so excited about what I get to eat, but it's not the entire event for me. It's not the entire visit for me. I still enjoyed meals and I found protein. I've had treats, but I've also hung out with people and made some memories, and that's really positive, you know? It's not, the experience hasn't been just about what I've been eating. We need to take a bite of this, you know? It's messy. I've had 2 bites. I think I'm done. So I think things that have helped me through this whole trip, this whole vacation, is that, you know, I packed some food, I packed some protein. I looked for protein options at my parents' house and at the barbecue. I definitely balanced what I had. I stayed hydrated. I kept moving. I walked the dog several times every day. You know, I also gave myself grace because there was one day where I did not hit my protein goal. I think it was like 65 or something like that, which was like, my immediate response was, oh my gosh, I didn't hit the goal. But then I was like, okay, so out of 7 days, like the last 7 days, 1 day. Is it the underworld? No. I didn't chase perfect macros. I strived for them, but I also didn't go into a place of like, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure because I didn't hit everything perfectly. And then when I'm tracking things that other people are making, I don't know if I'm tracking it perfectly or exactly right because I'm guessing at what I'm putting in, but that's okay. I really wanted to focus on enjoying my time here, making memories with my family and with my parents and my nieces, my extended family, and then also just like relaxing, like just actually like taking time to just relax. Healthy habits don't disappear just because you're on vacation. I mean, if you make the choice to have them disappear, that's true, but I feel like they're part of how I live now. And that's kind of how I went into surgery and everything too, is just, I knew that there were things I was going to have to change, and I knew that I was going to have to like continually do those things afterwards. And I was at a point where I was ready to do that. But the healthy habits don't disappear when you're on vacation unless that is a choice that you make. That doesn't mean I've been perfect, but it does mean that I don't have to start over every Monday, every morning, after every trip, event, vacation. I just keep making the next good choice. All right, it's time to go into the store to grab a few necessities for trip home, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, it's time to head out and end this video, but I wanted to tell you this. If you're nervous about vacation, a trip, event, I understand completely. I had some of those reservations too and wondered how I would handle it, but this trip has taught me it's possible to enjoy the people, the places, the experiences, and the food without guilt, and I'm so thankful for that. So thankful for that, because that makes things so much easier for me going forward. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have to not think about it anymore. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have to, like, I'm not gonna have to plan out food and think about where we're gonna eat and all those things, but this doesn't have to be a perfect experience to be successful. Coming home with memories and not a bunch of guilt, and knowing you can trust the habits you've been building over the last several months, several weeks, whatever it has been, is the real success. So I'm gonna head home and we're gonna go do some stuff today before we head out tomorrow. So be brave, you can do it. You can get through vacation, doesn't have to be perfect, just continue to be consistent, and also just give yourself some grace too. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. I would love to hear from you. Please comment below, like, comment, share, do all the YouTube-y things. Supports the channel, and I really appreciate that. And I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.